Example 5.5. We can split a system of equations into three matrices where we have the coefficients times the variables equals the right-hand side.
So this is like the augmented matrix idea where you take the different pieces
and you split them up. But you're splitting them up differently. And the idea here is if you put this into your calculator and you put this particular matrix in as A. Okay. And then we think of our variables. Let's think of them as just X, right?
Okay, sounds good. All right.
And then if we put in this matrix that's the right-hand side, if we put that in as B.
Right.
How would we solve an equation like this?
You divide both sides by A.
But we can't divide matrices. Okay.
Okay.
So what
I have an idea. You multiply by the inverse.
That's correct. To move this A so that we'll have it solved for X, we multiply by the inverse of A. And this is actually something you can do in your calculator, like,
We'll have a video on it. We'll do a video on it.
We'll do a video on it, and like you're going to plug these into your two different matrices options, and then you literally type in matrix B times matrix A, and then do the inverse one button.
Right.
And then.
So I'm doing that right now?
Yeah, let's do that.
So Mrs. Stevenson told me to do this ahead of time, yet here I am chatting it up with you guys. So get rid of that scalar.
Yeah. So 1, 1, 2. You know, I'm an 84 fan as far as the calculator goes, in general, but I would much rather do matrices on an Inspire. They are so easy.
And this is 3 by 1?
Yeah, 3 by 1. No pressure. And then
inverse.
I know on the 84s, I think that multiplication sign between them is pretty important.
Oh, you know what? I'll go ahead and add that on the Inspire too, just in case, because sometimes he wants it in there.
Yeah.
So.
And then you just put a -1x.
Whoa.
Do you have to do it the other way? Does it have to be A inverse B?
Maybe it's got to be A inverse B. So.
Yeah, that makes sense actually. So everything we said is still true, but the A inverse has to come first. We're gonna multiply both sides by A inverse, and that's gonna get rid of this A, but A inverse is gonna have to come first in the calculator because this is a 3 by 3.
Order is important
3
here.
by 1.
Yeah, so we needed to follow our own rules we gave you for multiplying matrices, and we did not do that. And when you're done,
what your answer is X, which was a matrix with X, Y, and Z, and it equals
2, 3, 3.
Now, in 7.2, there were these nice couple problems where you just literally had to match up the elements and tell them what those letters were. Well, that's what's happening here. X equals 2 because they're both in the first spot. Y equals 3. Z equals 3, right?
Yeah.
So 2, 3, 3.
That's your solution. And chitty chitty bang bang. See you later.